Car cloning is on the rise here in London. It's a type of identity fraud where number plates are being sold illegally. It's a tactic used by criminals to accumulate fines, while innocent vehicle owners are left liable. Over 3,000 people have already been impacted in the first half of 2025. Unfortunately, it seems like it's never been easier to clone a car. Carjacking, money laundering, financial scams, key cloning. These are all threats to the general public. I'm Billy Billingham. I spent over 27 years in the British military and 20 in elite units. I'm now learning the tactic and scams used by criminals to get their hands on vehicles here in the UK. Criminals are getting smarter to exploit sellers to part with their hard-earned cash and their cars. I've partnered up with BigWantsYourCar to find out what the risks are when it comes to selling your car privately and expose several different car purchasing crimes. We all have the power to make a difference to this problem, depending on how you want to sell your vehicle. Okay, so this morning I'm at BigWantsYourCar headquarters and I'm actually going to meet Ben, who's the general manager. Ben's got a little task for me this morning, and that is to identify what is actually a massive problem in the UK at the minute, which is car cloning, rip-offs basically. And me, having done what I've done, I think I've got an eye for spotting something unusual, so it might not be a big challenge, but let's see. Let's go meet Ben. Not only do criminals clone cars to avoid fines, it's also a tactic used to sell stolen cars with clean identities and use legitimate number plates to disguise illegal activity. Morning, Ben.
Morning, Billy. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
You've got a little mission for me, a little task to do.
So these cars are both identical. One of them is being cloned.
How big a problem is that?
Cloning is massive. It's not just about dodging fines now. Since 2013, 689% it has risen.
689%?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, based on that statistic, and it's a countrywide problem, particularly in London, you must be picking up some of these clones as well.
We get it quite often,
Okay.
but we've done some work with the Met Police, who have done some training with our drivers, and we've got some processes in place now so that when we are out buying a car, we can spot the clone.
People who list their cars for sale online with the registration plates on show are increasing their chances of becoming a victim of car cloning. This is Ethan. His car was cloned.
So back in August the 2nd, 2024, I was on holiday in Madrid when I got a phone call from my brother. And he goes, Ethan, I think you've got a speeding ticket. So we opened it and it was actually a bus lane fine in Essex. And at the time that the event occurred was at 2 in the morning. And I thought to myself, I'm an hour and a half away from Essex. I'm based in Cambridgeshire. I was definitely not down there at 2 in the morning. So when I got back from Madrid, obviously we had the first letter, and then day after day I was receiving more and more and more letters through the door. So the amount of fines that were coming through the door totaled up to around about £2,500. It was quite daunting because I didn't have that spare, and also I didn't want to pay it because I wasn't there. I didn't commit any of these crimes. I was just wondering, why has this happened to me? The type of fines I was getting was Transport for London, so that's ULEZ charges, congestion charges. I was also getting bus lane fines, I was getting parking fines, speeding tickets. Car cloning has taken over my life. It became the #1 priority to try and get out of these fines. At that stage we didn't know where to turn. Luckily enough, my auntie was watching TV one day and they were looking for people who had been a victim of car cloning. So my mum and myself wrote an email that night and we sent it to the broadcaster and they got in touch. So the broadcaster really helped by actually getting in contact directly with Transport for London and asking them for a statement on my case. I was allowed to submit the evidence. They got rid of all of it. just like that. I would have sold my car on Facebook Marketplace, Auto Trader, before I was a victim of car cloning. I'd say now I'd definitely be more wary of putting my number plates or my vehicle anywhere online. So I'd try and take it to a main dealership and just make sure I've got that security.
With Ethan's fine fixing mission a success, I've got to complete my own mission. Now, I've done quite a bit of sort of surveillance and noticed the unusual from the usual. That's part of what my job was, so I should be able to get this. Right. Wow. Automatic. What I'm looking for, mate, what I think I know is welding areas,
Yeah.
colour schemes slightly different, like it's been painted from damage.
These gangs that clone cars now do it to such a high standard.
Yeah.
By just looking at welding and colour matches, they do it all to spec, so you'd never be able to tell just by looking at it.
Well, I've just checked the VIN number on that one. That VIN number is the same as this one.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
they've changed them both.
Right. Wow. So I'm a little bit stumped. So here we go then. This is my prediction, bearing in mind what I used to do.
Yeah.
I believe that is the clone car. Am I right?
You are not right, no.
What? Why?
Well, that's what we're going to get into now. I'm going to show you what our drivers do
Okay.
to make sure we are not buying clone cars.
All right then, let's go for it. Because if I was a betting man, I would say it was that one. But let's have a look. What am I looking for? What did I miss?
So, you was just looking at the window VIN numbers
Yeah.
and the car cosmetically. There's a lot more to it.
Give us a visual on that. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, let's get going.
Where would I search?
So, the first place would be the VIN numbers on the doors.
Yep.
So you see the purple lines, the purple halo in round it?
Yeah, yeah.
If there is one part of the
Oh, yeah, I
sticker
see.
where it's not got the purple halo in, that's usually a sign that the sticker's been replaced.
All right, something I didn't know, and I guess most people wouldn't know, so cheers for that.
The second part we'd look at is the
Okay.
VIN number under the bonnet.
Okay, so I don't even know what I'm looking at.
So we are looking for the stamped in VIN number. So when a car is made,
Okay,
they etch in a VIN number onto a piece of metal.
which
under
obviously
the bonnet.
matches the window and what we've just seen in the door.
Exactly, yeah.
Supposedly, anyway.
So on this particular car, the VIN number's at the back here. And
Alright.
just by looking at it, it looks fine. But if you feel it, they have actually put a plate over the original VIN number.
Okay. Right. Okay. I think I know what I'm looking at.
So just by looking at it, it looks real. But when
Yep.
you get into it and you feel it and you can see, they've actually put a new one over top.
Okay.
So when buying a car, it is key to always check the VINs.
Okay. So another good sign. Anything else I should be looking for?
So we use an OBD reader, which
Okay.
is an onboard diagnostics tool.
Okay. Which obviously electronically checks everything.
Yeah, so in most cars, the VIN is tied against the engine and the gearbox and the computer. So plugging in this will
Right.
tell us what the car's VIN is.
That's how deep you go. You use that computer as well, right?
Yes, we have to,
Okay.
because we don't want to be buying clone cars,
Yeah.
and we want to protect the public as much as we can. So
Cool.
if we can identify these and report them to police and help, then we're
Yeah.
making it better. So this is the specialist bit of kit that we have invested in, these OBD readers. These read the ECUs of the cars so we can find the VIN numbers. This is a key piece of kit for us, because soon as these organised gangs see us using these,
Yeah.
they get scared because they know we're going to find them out.
Okay. And all your collection drivers take these with them, right?
Every
So-
single one of our collections drivers use these.
Yeah.
So all you do is you turn it on, you click OBD. And right now, it'll take a minute, but that's because it's scanning every computer in the car.
Wow.
Right, we've now got our VIN. From then, what our drivers would do is they would match this up with the one on the window, the one in the door shuts, and the one under the bonnet. So this reader is the last line of defence for us. This is the last thing that we can do to make sure we're not buying a claim.
But is there anything else, other than the ones you've shown me, is there any other way that we can say this is probably cloned?
So we can check the blades of the key, which I'll show you now. So when the gangs clone these cars, they buy the key online.
Right.
What they don't do is the key blade. A lot of people don't even know this is in their key.
Right.
This is a major thing to check when buying a car. One, to make sure that it's been etched in, and two, just to make sure it opens the locks. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take the cap off the door handle, and we're going to see whether this key works. So all you do is push it up in, pull the cap off.
Okay.
It then exposes the lock.
Got you.
From the lock, you put the key in. Key blade doesn't match. Doesn't unlock the car.
Well, I'll tell you now, that is something I didn't even know about. So that's a great sort of check for anybody to do. You don't need a piece of equipment for that. So
no, that's something that you can do at home yourself if you're going to buy a car.
Yeah.
It's a sure check you can do. Them key blades don't open that car.
Right.
What car do they open?
Got you. Well, mate, it's been an absolute education, I'll be honest. You know, I thought I knew quite a bit. I've obviously proved myself and you wrong by getting it wrong. So I've learnt a lot, and I guess it's an ever-changing world. Things move with the times, and thank God that people like your company are staying ahead of that and keeping the public safe and getting people the right deals and stopping a lot of these scams. So once again, mate, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for
Thank
you for coming down. I told you it'd be the hardest thing of your life, and I'm glad we've taught you what to look out for when buying cars.
Well, you have, mate, and hopefully we can get that out to the public. So all the best, pal.
Take care.
Yeah, look after yourself. Okay, so what a challenge today. That really was some hell of a challenge. Meeting Ben and learning all the tips that he had to give it to keep the public safe. And thank God we've got a reputable company here that do that on a daily basis, and that is their bread and butter. I've certainly learnt a lot. I thought I knew a lot from my experiences of, you know, working in this sort of security industry, but there is a lot to learn, and it's forever changing, and there's always challenges. Luckily, you've got a company, a reputable company like BigWantsYourCar, who live and breathe this now. They stay on top of it, so do the sensible thing. And if you're going to sell your car or even buy a car, use BigWantsYourCar. Do it properly, get a good deal, and stay safe. And what I will say is, with cloning on the rise, don't let your motor become a replica ride.